How are you doing, everybody? Jonathan here, and in this video I'm going to go over the second subsect of applications for the fitness professional. Now, I actually put up a video yesterday, but I felt it was too long-winded. I felt that it wasn't thorough enough, so I decided to redo it, as I think I left some holes in there. In the previous video, I went over administration applications, mainly because this is an aspect of most fitness professionals' businesses that gets no attention. All right, people, especially in the fitness industry, I think, well, even in general, just lack organization when it comes to business management. So I wanted to make sure to get that out of the way first. But another area that needs to be addressed is the sales, marketing, and retention efforts that you guys are making for your clients. Okay? Now, as it specifically pertains, even to whether it's your personal trainer or your boot camp trainer, I think people tend to look at the client attaining process, sales and marketing, if you will, as like a straight line. I'm a trainer, I train my client, I get my client in shape, other people should come running over to me, okay? It doesn't necessarily work that way. It's not a straight line, all right? What I've found is that it's essentially going to work as a spiral, all right? It's always going to start off with one client. Even if you have, let's say, 10 or 15 clients, there's one or two clients that this will happen with, where essentially you have your client, all right, you train them, they get into shape. Their circle of influence notices, all right, their circle of influence inquires back to them, the client refers back to you, and then they come over, and then they train with you. You get them in shape, then their circle of influence starts to inquire, and then essentially you build more clients through a spiral, all right? But the thing is, if you've watched my How to Sell Personal Training video, I believe it was number 3, How to Sell Personal Training Part 3, it talks about getting client referrals, and you have to understand that not every client is the salesman type, where even if you got them tremendous results, they may not be the loud speaking, very charismatic type of person that can get their friends to come to your boot camp. All right, you may need to help them out a little bit. All right, so while I do think that this spiral of client attainment exists, you can accelerate the process by using these mobile applications to do the selling for you. All right, essentially your client serves as a pawn in your chess match of getting more clients, as opposed to a queen, where they are responsible for so much more of the referrals. Okay. So in this video, I'm essentially going to go over sales, marketing, and retention in chunks, all right? Because a lot of these applications will work together, all right? And these applications need to be inserted into your spiral in order to make sure that that one client who you get great results for, even if they're not a great referring individual, a great charismatic and referring individual, you can still draw from their circle of influence. Okay, so I'm not going to itemize each one of these like I did in the first video. I'm going to go by chunks because we need to conceptualize. All right. Moreover, like I said in the previous video, I'm not going to flesh out each of these applications. I'm essentially going to go over them, how they fit and how they work on the spiral, and then in later videos, after I get through the third subsect of applications, mobile applications for the fitness professional, then I'll start making individual videos for these applications. All right. So, what are we worrying about right now? We're worrying about sales, marketing, and we're worrying about being sticky, retention. All right. And when it comes to being sticky, you guys, most of you know that I used to work as a business banker. And we were told that whenever we sold checking accounts, we should never just sell a checking account by itself to a client. Mainly because you can, get a checking account and let it go with without much thought. Okay. You were told to give the customer sticky items when I was at the bank. And sticky items are direct deposit. They are online banking, online bill pay, credit cards attached to your checking account, and savings accounts. These are all sticky because once you decide to close your account, you really have to decide if you want to separate yourself from these sticky products. If you really want to go into HR all over again to get your direct deposit changed, if you want to go through all your individual bills that you pay online and change it over into a new account, in a lot of the cases, most people aren't willing to do that because it's just set and it makes their life easy and they rely on that. So you have to look at your training services as the checking account by itself, all right? And if you want your client to stay, you need something sticky. This is especially true for you personal trainers that have a client that you may see once a week, twice a week, or maybe even once every 2 weeks, as packages like those exist, especially in the big box gyms. Even if you see the client twice a week, they have 5 days out of the week where they're not in constant contact with you to say to themselves, you know what, I'm not sure if I want to spend money on this, or I'm not sure if this is really working, or I'm not sure if it's worth this investment, okay? And you need to be sticky. You need to be constantly on them and with them and engaging them in order for them to see the value in your personal training or fitness service experience, all right? Your client should never see working with you as buying packages of training sessions. It should be involving themselves and them being enveloped into your world, into your fitness philosophies, into your care as your project to help them get from wherever they are to wherever they want to be. If they just feel that they're paying you to come in and give them exercises, you're not creating the kind of relationship, first, that will get them to refer, and second, that will have them loyal to you. All right, people, with my boot camp, would rather give up, premium channels on their cable plan than stop boot camping, because they're part of something. It's an entire experience. It's even when I'm not training them, I'm there. All right, and that's how they should feel about you. And the 3 best ways for for you to remain sticky to your client. Number 1, the most important, is going to be MyFitnessPal. Okay? Now, MyFitnessPal is available on the Apple Network. It's available on the Android Network. It's not available on the Windows App Store, nor is it available on the BlackBerry Playbook, but there is MyFitnessPal.com. So as long as you have a browser, you'll always have access to it. And this is going to be the most important sticky tool, because with MyFitnessPal, if you're not aware, it's made by Calorie Counter, and it allows you to journal your food intake online. And all of you know that the nutritional aspect of somebody's weight loss program is more important than the exercise. More important, yes, because you cannot outwork a bad diet, all right? You can out-eat a misguided workout plan, but it doesn't work the other way around. So you want to make sure that the client's nutrition is tight. And if you're not constantly on them, if you see your client once a week, twice a week, they have a lot of time to mess up and then kind of get back on track right before they see you again and reassure you that they're eating correctly. Those of you that have been doing this for a while, all right? So you want MyFitnessPal because that allows you to become their friend, and then you can view their diary any time of the day. All right. Moreover, MyFitnessPal will let you know when it's been a specific period of time since they last logged in. So if you know that Mary hasn't, logged in 2 days, you can say, "Hey, Mary, I haven't seen your diary." That's being sticky. That's being constantly on your client. That's making sure that when you're not exercising with them, the relationship is still strong. Okay. So you definitely want to be on MyFitnessPal. All right. The next application, or the next 2 applications if you put them together, are Facebook and Pages. All right, and Pages just speaks to a fan page on Facebook, a like page. All right, and they're available on the Apple Network, the Android Network, the Windows Network, and Pages is not available on the BlackBerry Playbook App Store. But again, if you have a browser, you can get onto Facebook and you can get onto to your fan page. All right, and the last, the third out of the 4 actually, it's going to be Instagram and PhotoGrid. All right, Instagram is available on the Apple Network, Android Network. As far as the Windows Network and the Playbook, they have an Instagram viewer, which isn't really all that effective. But if you have an iPhone or Samsung Galaxy along with those tablets, you can download Instagram there. All right. And the last one is going to be called Magisto, which is available on the Apple network, the Android network, not available on the Windows or BlackBerry network. But again, if you have an iPhone, or like a Samsung Galaxy, you can download it on your phone, and Magisto will work just fine. Okay. Now, we spoke about retention being sticky. All right. We want to get into the meat of this, which is sales and marketing. So many of you put so much effort into the wrong things. And you know, there's nothing wrong with hustling, but if you're going to hustle, if you're going to, you know, go door to door, it should be a directed effort. All right. I personally started off doing everything. I used Meetup.com. I used Craigslist. I did the door-to-door thing, and you know, it never got me the same return as you know, client referrals and Groupon. All right, those are my main two things. All right, and even I could say the client referrals are even more important, because when I launch a Groupon deal, I'm telling all of my clients to tell their friends about the deal. All right, so without their backing, my Groupon might not be effective, especially the way that the Groupon is situated now. Certain, you know, businesses aren't featured as exclusively, so it creates a saturated market and not as many buys happen. So you do have to do your front end work, and if you don't have a loyal army of customers, you know, Groupon will just be, you know, slightly better than your best print advertising effort. Okay, now. When it comes to sales and marketing, especially as it pertains to Facebook and pages, the main problem that trainers have, or even in general, is that they're focused so much on what they want to say to the client that they disregard what the client needs to hear. All right, and too often the trainer just wants to say what they're about, the certifications that they have, and you know, they want to show great artwork for their business. And it really kind of loses the client. Like, yes, it's nice to look at the first time, but afterwards, everything becomes background scenery. So when it comes to Facebook and pages, you want to situate your page so that it takes your client from first stumbling onto your page right into getting in front of you. All right? Because if you have a lot of people liking your page, but they're not training with you, what's the point of the page? You're just shelling out information, and it's not giving you a return. Okay, you want your fan page to be essentially a website. If you don't have a website right now, you can set up your fan page to operate as a website and be very successful with it. And that's what I'll teach you to do. Why don't you take a look at my before fan page for my BFF Bootcamp. All right, now it has a nice picture of what a setup, what a workout setup would be. You have your videos, you have your likes, you have your map, and you have your photos. Okay, now. Actually, through talking through, you know, one of my fans out there, it took me to task, and I updated my fan page based on the advice that I gave him. And as you can see now, there is much less space dedicated toward showing them what they do in the bootcamp, because I don't need my entire cover. The cover is dedicated toward getting clicks. All right, and all the imagery, majority of the imagery rather, on the cover is dedicated toward getting the clients to buy the Groupon, fill out a reservation, set up an appointment, and meet with me. All right. So once you get onto the page, you're being told what to do to get from your chair into my office. All right, and that's how your Facebook pages should work in terms of sales and marketing. All right, that's what marketing is. Marketing isn't being fancy and pretty. Marketing is, all right, getting the non-user to become a user. All right, and if your page doesn't do that, then it's an inefficient page. It's just for show. Okay, now let's talk more about the marketing aspect when it comes to Facebook. All right, now if you adopt my philosophy, I think you'll be a lot better. All right, because if we look at the spiral of sales, essentially, if you have a client that is you know, not a charismatic referring type of client, you're going to have to fill in a lot of holes. So you start off with that one client. You're then training them. All right, you're using MyFitnessPal to keep them around long enough to get them in shape. All right, you keep them around long enough to get them in shape, and now all of a sudden you're tagging them on Facebook. Their friends who are on Facebook with them see their results, okay? And now they go over to your Facebook fan page, which is now geared for turning your average person from somebody that just likes your page to a client, all right? Now they decide to sign up with you. You keep them sticky with MyFitnessPal, all right? And then after they start to see results, you start to tag them on Facebook, all right? Now their friends see, they go back to your fan page, and the spiral just goes out and out until you grow your army larger and larger, okay? So that's how the spiral is going to work. Now, this is only going to happen if you're tagging correctly. Now, when it comes to tagging, you have to give up your personal page on Facebook, all right? You have to understand that everything that exists on Facebook, even outside of your fan page, will affect your business. So, all the drunken pictures, you don't need them, all right? All the nonsense status updates, you got to get rid of them, or create a separate profile just for you and your close friends that you can be goofy with, all right? I personally just use Facebook for business. I have a Facebook page for you guys, I have a Facebook page for my boot campers, and I have fan pages for my boot campers on that boot camp personal page. So I really don't have a Facebook profile because I don't really share my mind. Everything is about getting more clients, all right? Being more successful, making more money. Whatever you need to hear to get you, in order, that's why you separate yourself from your personal Facebook page, because it's all really just your website promoting your business, okay? So what happens is anytime somebody joins your fan page or somebody likes your fan page, they should be your personal friend. Because if they're not your personal friend while they like your fan page, if you post a picture on your fan page and you try to tag somebody and they're not your personal friend, you can't tag them. Unless you just happen to post a picture and then they made a comment reply and then you tag them. Okay, so it's really complicated. All right, if somebody likes your fan page, they should be your personal friend. That way when you post a picture of them, you can tag them, and then the tag will show up on their timeline for their friends to see through your fan page logo. So whatever logo is on your fan page will show up on their timeline for their friends to see. And then that's what will draw them over to your fan page, which is essentially set up to be a turnkey to turn them from somebody in their chair to somebody in front of your face in your office. Okay? I hope that's not too complicated. I hope the visual aids are helping. Alright? So, and also, anytime you have a friend that could be a potential client, your friends should like your fan page. Alright? So you want to have, all your fans should be your friends, all your friends should be your fans when it comes to Facebook and pages. Alright? I think it's easiest to use when you have both applications, alright? But you don't necessarily have to. Okay? Now, like I said, in a further video, I'll go into detail on how exactly to tag things that you want to do in terms of making sure that you don't offend anybody by posting pictures without their permission. I'll go over that in another video, okay? So, MyFitnessPal to remain sticky, Facebook and pages to create that turnkey, okay? Now, when it comes to marketing out your business, you're going to want to use Instagram and you're going to want to use PhotoGrid, all right? Instagram, as you know, is an online photo sharing site, page, application. Alright, and what you can do with Instagram, most of you know, like if you've seen my videos, I have a, or if you're subscribed to my, if you're a friend of mine on Facebook, then, or follow me on Twitter, you've seen my Instagram photos. I have an Instagram for my boot camp, and I have an Instagram for fitness professionals, okay? The ones that you see on my Facebook page is for fitness professionals. The ones that essentially are for my boot camp, only go for my boot campers, because I can take a picture through Instagram, okay, and I think there are a lot more people on Instagram than there will be on Twitter, at least as it pertains to the layperson that uses it for social reasons, all right, where they want to show off. And you want them to want to show off because if you take great pictures of them or capture great video of them, they're more likely to show their friends, all right? So it's all about getting to your clients' friends. So on Instagram, you can take a picture and not just have it sent to your personal page, you can instead have it sent to your fan page. So if you have an Instagram account for your business, which I suggest, you can take your pictures and videos from there. You can then also follow and have your boot campers or clients follow you. You can create challenges where you send out, who can do the most, you can't have a video longer than 15 seconds, who can do the most high knees in 15 seconds. And then they can @you, and you can create a large following, and they can invite their friends to participate in these followings. This is a marketing effort, okay? This is how you use Instagram for marketing. And then you post it back to your Facebook page. And then what happens, all right, anybody that you tag or any videos that you liked of people that are in your boot camp, you can tag them. It goes onto their timeline with your fan page logo. Their friends now can go back to your fan page. You can turn them over into from somebody in front of their desk to in front of your face, okay? And now, Instagram is available on the Apple network, the Android network, Windows and BlackBerry. They do not have it, all right? But if you have your iPhone, I think I might have said that already, all right? If you have your iPhone or your Samsung Galaxy, you can have Instagram and use it there, okay? Now, the next application that I mentioned was PhotoGrid. PhotoGrid is available on the Apple network, the Android network, the Windows network, and the Playbook has something called Photo Collage. All right, and the main reason why you're going to want PhotoGrid or Photo Collage is I found that it's the best application, collage application for before and after pictures. You should be taking before and after pictures with every one of your clients. The before and after picture is your social proofing, and it's the best marketing that you can do. Even if you only have that one client, you can say, look, I took them from this to this. And why do you think they sell so many Insanity DVDs, so many P90X? If you watch the infomercial, 90% of it is before and after stories, pictures, and videos. All right, so you take your before and after picture. All right, you put it on the collage, so you can make it fancy. You can add text. You can add your logo saying, this person, lost 50 pounds in 3 months coming to BFF Boot Camp. All right, you post it on Instagram, which will go onto your fan page. You can tag that person, their friends will see it, and then they can go over to your fan page. You understand the cycle by now. All right, the cycle begins. That's what I'll be saying for the rest of the video. So you definitely want to use PhotoGrid, and you definitely want to be taking before and after pictures. If you don't have before pictures, take pictures of the clients now. All right, it's the beginning of the year. Let's all take pictures, and we'll see where we are in June. All right, because there's always going to be that one person that you didn't expect that loses 40 pounds, looks amazing, and you have no proof that it was your doing. All right, so you definitely want to use that, and PhotoGrid will be a great application to use to make that happen. The final application is going to be called Magisto, M-A-G-I-S-T-O, and it's useful because we are trainers. We are not video editors. We're not producers. All right, and if I see a lack of talent, no offense, or poor use of time when it comes to marketing, it's with creating these highlight videos. You use music that isn't necessarily the best to draw a broad number of people, and you're not used to doing transitions and zooms and all that stuff. I created a video through Magisto using a couple of videos that I took over the course of the year, and they did an excellent job. All right. Magisto can be paid. You can get a free version. I recommend the paid version, the Pro. I paid I think $5, no more than that. But essentially it allows you to create longer videos. So I think 2 minutes is more than enough, but you can't get that on the regular version. Essentially, you choose whatever videos you want to use, you give it a title, you give it a theme, and then there's music, popular music, that you can use as your background, and Magisto takes care of all the rest. All right, I definitely invite you guys to make a couple of videos about 10 seconds long of you doing different exercises by yourself. Put it into Magisto and see the work that they do for you. I guarantee you'll be very impressed even before you purchase the Pro. And then from there, you can upload that onto your Facebook page. If it's 15 seconds or less, you can put it onto your Instagram, and then what happens? The spiral begins, okay? So the goal is to keep your clients with constant engagement. All right, that's the other aspect of Facebook, putting up good content, not just taking pictures that you find online and saying, this is healthy, or, giving them positive reinforcement, and giving them the kind of attention that will make them proud with these good pictures, all right, assuming that they want their pictures taken. This is how you keep them sticky. One thing that I do whenever somebody leaves my boot camp, I let them know, it's in their cancellation form. Once you leave, I'm going to have to unfriend you on MyFitnessPal. Only because the list gets so long, and this is true, the list gets so long of friends, you can't clutter up your list, alright? But if you've been constantly on this person through MyFitnessPal, and then all of a sudden that relationship is broken, they feel that. And when it comes time for them to say, you know what, I probably do need that training, they're going to say, you know what, I want the guy or I want the girl that was, constantly on my nutrition with this MyFitnessPal thing. Alright? So, what I'm going to do in terms of MyFitnessPal is I will create a whole new channel for you guys. Alright? And it will have different videos teaching you how to use MyFitnessPal, because the biggest pushback that you'll get from your clients is that it's too complicated. Really, MyFitnessPal is very easy if you do planning. Moreover, that's an extra session for you. Alright, you can sit down with your client for an hour just teaching them how to use MyFitnessPal or building their meal plan and then showing them how to use it so they feel confident, and they will be eternally grateful for you taking out the time to help them to learn to use MyFitnessPal. Alright, and that will only strengthen your relationship when you're not in front of their faces. That will be a great way for you to get them to upgrade. Alright, and I'll talk about upgrading clients in another video. But I don't want to get too off key. I don't want this to be too long because my last one was 27 minutes long. So that's it for now. All right. You want to get on your sales, your marketing, and retention. I hope you found this video helpful. All right. Obviously, if you have any comments, if you felt I left any holes, go to the comment section below. Add me as a friend on Facebook. I get my best content as questions from you guys. I just bring it back to you in an organized way. So, add me on Facebook. If you have any questions, shoot them my way. I'll do my best to answer within a reasonable amount of time. Definitely, if you want to show your appreciation, number one way that you can do this is share this video with your friends. Alright, just hit the share button on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, whatever the case may be. Share it out, Google+, so other people can get this information. Alright, also, anytime you click on an advertisement that either precedes, comes in the middle of, or follows any one of my videos, Jonathan gets paid. So, I appreciate any kind of appreciation that you can show to me. And I will continue to make these videos. I find them very, very energizing. I'm glad that I can help you, and I look to continue to do so. So, remember to eat healthy, hydrate, drive safe. Stress levels low, get rest, don't slap anybody. Love your clients, they will love you back. I will see you all tomorrow or the next day. And you have a good one.